Hi YouTube family, happy Friday. I hope everybody had a wonderful day and is preparing for a bright and fun weekend ahead. Today I'm going to be sharing a recipe for Mexican rice and some Spanish flavored chicken. It is Friday and I just feel like cooking up some Spanish flavor food tonight. So here I have some ingredients for the rice. In this measuring cup I have some tomato paste. I'm gonna create a sauce with this, or a stock. I have a bay leaf, I have onion, I have bell pepper, some black olives. I'm gonna thinly slice these. I have my rice here, and today I'm using short grain basmati rice. I have some black pepper, salt, chili powder, chili flakes, and I have some green seasoning. So I'm gonna cut up my onions, pepper, and olive, and I'll be right back to show you how I put this rice together. So with about a tablespoon of oil, I added my onion, and I'm gonna saute it for a minute or so. The ideal onion to use for this recipe is the red onion because it leaves a beautiful color and finish in the dish. But today I only have the white onion, so that's what I'm using. I'm gonna go ahead and add my bay leaf to infuse in the oil, and I'll just break it apart. And then we're gonna go in with our bell pepper. You can use any bell pepper for this recipe. I'm gonna add sweetness to the rice and a beautiful color as well. So we don't want to cook up the ingredients too much so all the flavor can burn out. We want to still have it nice and fresh in the pan. I'm going to go in with my rice, and I will leave all the ingredients and measurements that I'm using today in the description box below. We're going to give this a nice little mix. I can cook this in a pot, but I am cooking it in the pan so I can showcase what I'm doing properly. We're gonna go in now with our salt, our chili flakes. It will add a nice heat to the dish. Our paprika, and this will add heat and color. And for all my vegetarian friends, this is an amazing dish for you. I'm making it veggie style. And then you can add meat on the side, or you can add meat in the dish. But I like to make mine veggie style and then serve some meat on the side. I'm gonna add black pepper. We're gonna go in about a nice teaspoon of black pepper. And we're gonna keep building flavor as we go along. How it smell, Natalie? Smells good. So when you fry up the rice with the onions and the bay leaf like that, you're creating a beautiful flavor before we add the liquid to the pan. And all those steps really make the cooking and the dish really gives the dish its own unique flavor. So now that the rice is sticking to the pan, we're gonna go in with our liquid, and I added some warm water to my tomato paste. You can add tomato sauce at this point, or you can add some chicken stock. But I just love the flavor and the color that I get from the tomato paste. And we're gonna need about 2.5 cups more of water. But I'll cover this and I'll leave it to start cooking before we go in with our next 2.5 cups of water. So let's check on our rice. And you see all that water is gone. I didn't want to add all of it because it's going to be too much for the pot. We're going to go in with our 2 more cups of water now. And this is warm water I'm adding because we don't want to stop the cooking process. I'm gonna go in with 2 tablespoons of green seasoning, and this have oregano, thyme, garlic, green onions, and pepper, and that will make a beautiful flavor for the rice. We're gonna make sure that we mix it all in, and you guys can tell from the look of this that it's gonna be a delicious rice. You can eat it just as it is without anything, and of course you can add any side dish to it. Like I mentioned, it's great for our vegetarian friends or those who are fasting. So I'm gonna cover it again and leave it on medium heat until about 10 more minutes, and we'll come back to it. So our rice is fluffing up nicely, I can see. Let us check it out. And I love what I'm seeing here. The water is slowly evaporating, so I'm gonna turn the stove off because we don't want it to cook more. And you can add a can of black beans in here, but today I'm gonna add some black olive instead, and that will give it some nice flavor. And I'm gonna go in with some cilantro stem. Cilantro stem will take the dish to a different level. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix all of it in now, slowly, because we don't want to make the rice too mushy. So I'm gonna slowly incorporate this, and our rice is done. But if you smell the flavor, oh my goodness, the aroma is very inviting. So now that I finished with the rice, I'm gonna start preparing our Spanish flavored chicken. I have some cilantro, garlic, lemon, onion, red bell pepper, and some fresh oregano. I'm gonna chop all these up, and I will come right back and show you how we prepare the Spanish flavored chicken. So now we're gonna start putting our chicken together. In here I have some flour, I have some paprika, black pepper, and salt. Very simple ingredients. We want to mix this up together. Just like that. And what I like about paprika, you can use it in pretty much any culture cooking, and it can fit in well in any dish. So now what we're gonna do, I have the chicken here nicely washed, and I dry them one by one with a paper towel. We're just gonna sprinkle this mixture over the chicken. We wanna lightly coat them with this mixture, and we're just gonna mix it up like that. You wanna make sure that the chicken is very, very dry when you're making this, so you can have a light dusting. Look at that. You can't even tell this is dusted. So now we're gonna quickly pass them in some hot oil because it's gonna create a beautiful flavor for us. I just add the chicken to the pan, and we're gonna brown it up nicely on both sides. You can use any part of the chicken to make this recipe, but I like to use the drumstick because there's a little bit of bone and a little bit of skin which holds all the moisture and flavor in. So in the same pan we were cooking the chicken because there's a lot of flavor, not a lot of oil. As you can see, we're gonna add our onions. And we're gonna cook the onion just for about a minute before we add anything else to the pan. We're gonna go in with our bell peppers now. And we're gonna cook the pepper and onion for another minute. We're gonna add some salt. I'm gonna go in with my chopped garlic. We're gonna mix these flavors in. We're gonna add our lemon juice at this point here. And the lemon juice will add a beautiful tanginess to the chicken. And give us a nice flavor when it's done. So we're gonna go in back with the chicken now. And you can see they have a beautiful crust on the outside. I'm gonna line them off in here. So I have a heaping tablespoon of tomato paste in my measuring cup. I'm gonna go ahead and add some hot water, just about 1.5 to 2 cups of hot water. Or you can use at this point any stock of your choice. And this is gonna help to cook the chicken properly and create a beautiful flavor. We're gonna go in with our fresh oregano. If you have dry ones, it can work well in this dish. Remember, fresh always bring out a beautiful flavor. We're gonna cover it and leave it to cook on medium heat about 10 to 12 minutes, and we'll come back and check it and add our cilantro. So our Spanish flavored chicken is looking beautiful. I'm gonna go in with my black olives. Green olives can work too. I just like the flavor of the black olives. And these ones don't have any pit inside. They are nice and buttery, and my kids enjoy this one, right, Matthew?
Yeah.
So we're gonna let it go for about 2 more minutes so that olive flavor can really marry in with the liquid, and we're gonna start serving up very soon. So here is the beautiful Spanish flavored chicken. I'm gonna garnish with some cilantro. Cilantro will give it a beautiful finish. And now it's time for me to plate up. Just want to show how beautiful this is done. I have some sauce here to go with it, and I'll show how beautiful that sauce is. And you can eat this with some plain rice instead of flavored rice, or a piece of bread, and it is absolutely delicious. Check that out. And if you're like me and you like yours to be saucy, then this plate here will go very, very good for you. And then a little bit more of garnish for the cilantro, and voila, here you have it, my Mexican rice and Spanish flavored chicken. Before I do the taste test, my friend Marlene tried my recipe for carrot dumpling, and she was very, very happy with the result. So I just want to share her success story with you before I sit down to do the taste test. Marlene, thank you so much for sharing your success story for the carrot dumpling. They look so nice, and I like the twist that you did with yours. You made it into a beautiful chickpea soup. Thank you for sharing with us. Time for me to dig in after all this cooking tonight. And I'm gonna go in for some rice first. Of course, with a piece of that olive and some of the sauce. Cheers to all the viewers and all the subscribers. The first mouthful goes to you all. Flavor is bursting out everywhere. So spicy. And that olive, oh my goodness. So full of flavor. The rice is cooked perfectly. Look at that. So loosey and so well flavored because it cooked with all that flavor and spices. I just have to go in for another mouthful. Cheers. Oh my God. Natalie, you can just shout out from right where you are how you're enjoying this meal. And look at the chicken.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is cooked very nice and soft. And I love that heat that I'm getting. And I'm gonna go in for a piece of the chicken. I am happy. You can't ask for a better Friday night dish than this. It's so full with flavor, so delicious, so succulent. I wish you guys can taste it over the phone. Until then, I would like to say, stay blessed, stay safe. Give us a thumbs up for this video. If you're new to the channel, we hope you'll consider subscribing. And to all my other existing YouTube friends and family, wishing you all a happy and blessed and safe weekend. Bye for now.